what's the point of working longer and harder? And connect with some part of yourself that gets you like, wait a minute, to help you slow down and bring that energy into your teams at work, then we can have an impact together. If I can get the gal at the front desk to slow down and understand that just because she's 22 years old and she hasn't lived long enough to experience the pain of life, that when an 85-year-old patient comes in, that she has a bit more compassion. There is no they. We are all one. They is me. If one of us is sick, we're all sick, right? So I want to bring that energy and that groundedness to the work that we're doing, right? And it's not going to help. It's not going to happen without us doing it together. Listen, the odds are stacked against us with technology, and the moment you leave here, man, you'll be right back in it, right? This is what we need. You agree? Like everybody is saying here, quality thinking, right? Okay, so now a couple tools here now. These are in your handouts. Getting with reality here. You're never going to get it all done. It's impossible. Now, for some of you, this is really bad news. Because if you're a boomer in here, you grew up, there was a time when you could get it all done, pretty much. You didn't have 6 to-do lists. You had 1, you checked them off, and honey, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? You didn't have that plaguing, nagging, oh yeah, I know I got to get to it, and then I got to get to this, and then I got to get to that, then I got to get to it, right? But you are never going to get it all done. Ever, ever, never, 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 ever, 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 ever. Never. No matter how long you work, no matter how hard you work, you clearing out those 3,000 emails today, boop, they'll be back tomorrow, new ones. Now you're LinkedIn, you're Facebook, you're tweeting. And what are you linked into what? I don't know what I'm linked into. I get so much of that stuff. There's some part of me that thinks, oh yeah, you should. It makes me crazy. How many of you think you should? I went and bought the BlackBerry Storm last year when Circuit City was still open because everybody had one. So I got there at 4:30 in the morning, right? All these people waiting in line, I'm like, okay, I'll finally get one of those. So I get there, the guy's explaining to me 15 minutes. These people that work there are like 9 years old. They're all like smarter than anything, right? And 15 minutes of the conversation, I swear, I'm telling you, I said, could you just tell me one thing? Could you just tell me how do you make a phone call with this thing? I am not kidding you. It does this, apps. Like that's what I need is another application. So I'm driving home with this thing and I'm really upset. And I'm upset because I'm going to have this device that's probably going to be connected to my body that's going to tell me to use it when I don't really need to. It is taking over the machine, right? Because I'm in a world where I do not need to be on email everywhere I go. I really don't need it. Do you? Really? I want you to ask yourself, do you really need to be connected to the internet all the time wherever you are? Really? Are you going to die if you're not? You feel like you're going to die because you're an addict. We laugh, but it's true. Some of you are already jonesing. I wonder what came through. Like it's going to make any, damn difference. It's not. If something is that urgent, somebody will call you on the telephone. We're insane. We are completely dysfunctional with this stuff. Aren't we? How many of you can see that? How many of you, I am that? Raise your hand and say, I am that. I'm crazy. You're the first step to recovery, right? You go, God, I'm dysfunctional. I react to everything. So I took the Storm back. And they're like, the guy looked at me like, well, is there anything wrong with it? Because everybody wants one. I said, no, there's nothing really wrong with it. I just don't want to be connected all the time. He goes, oh, it's this little button right here. I go, no, dude, that's not what I'm talking about. True story.